Welcome, everybody, to another weekly, this time being a live stream, another weekly gathering at For Collectors. For Collectors, if you guys don't know who I am, Sammy Thunder. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I decided to move the vintage chill and chat that I typically do on Sundays over to tonight. Part of the reason is because of the back-to-back craziness in a good way. The back-to-back craziness between Hobbypalooza and then jumping ship immediately over to the vintage trade night. Now, it's interesting because I don't know if this was ever really thought about in particular, but the planning is bulletproof. It's sound. But as far as just how much how much energy goes from Hobbypalooza into Vintage Trade Night? That is the interesting transition. I could tell you from my perspective is that it was transitioned into a lot of, for me, doing a lot of the social media stuff. So a lot of time and energy was spent on promotional videos and getting the word out there, pushing things forward. Um, and then you have like Theo and doing a lot of the logistics right now, handling a lot of the logistics, ensuring that we have all the packs ready. You have the prizes and everything just kind of crystallizing together. So there's definitely, to me, like, based on how everything is kind of evolving into this night, that will be Saturday, August 2nd, right after the Saturday showing of the National. Um, we're going to be hosting that night. It's from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So a lot to look forward to there, man. It's going to be, if this is your first National, it's gonna feel like a lot, but just kind of ride that wave because that's the best thing you can do for yourself is to kind of just let yourself carry on through. Obviously, there's a lot of big things happening that night, so it's like a lot of big things happening over that weekend. So Thursday you have the YouTube meetup. Obviously, Wednesdays when the show opens. I forget exactly. I think it opens in the afternoon. Can't remember the time. Um, and yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I mean, it's just a lot going on, but it's going to be um, should be honestly just big wrath of energy, but positive overall. And you have a lot of people going. So I was told that the convention center revamped their HVAC system, so that should be helpful. Knowing that it won't smell like man sweat in there. That's the key thing. You want to be able to maneuver the room and not not have to sweat yourself out like you're in a sauna. Let me check with the chat here. Uh, I think this was from a couple days. Oh no, 6:57. I'm here to chill and chat. Yeah, absolutely. Mike says, "Good evening. Finishing up mowing my lawn in 95-degree heat and humidity. I definitely need some chill. Grab yourself a beer, Mike. You earned it." Phil Negro Fan 35. What's up? Andy from Dog Ate My Card Collector. Good evening. Hope y'all are doing well. Having a great day. It's time to chill. Dave, Peacemaker Cards. I had to mow this afternoon in 90 degrees. Brian gave the video a like. Thank you, Brian, for doing that. Maxa Jackson, what's up, buddy? Good to have you here. Peeps is here. Mike, the sports history collector, ready to chill and chat. Yeah, absolutely. Matt, the card stories here. Good evening. Ruben's asking, have you recovered from the Hobbypalooza extravaganza? Slowly but surely. Like I said, a lot of time spent on various jobs, various odd jobs that needed to be squared away. And so, yeah, immediately the day after Hobbypalooza, I went into full gear with, a lot of the online stuff. So a lot of the online stuff is being squared away now. So let me, before I go any further with the chat, let me bring up a couple things. To be fully versed with what we're doing, I want to share we have social media. I mean, obviously we have our YouTube channel, which is what you're watching. So you have that, but I also want to make sure that anybody who's on various social media platforms are aware that we have a presence in other areas too. So I'm going to share my screen. I'll show first the Facebook group that has been established. So if you're on Facebook and you haven't joined the group, here we are. It's the For Collectors group. And again, it's kind of slowly building, but yeah, if you haven't joined the group yet, I'm going to leave a link in the chat. You guys can do it right now. Let me get myself back over. This is the link for the Facebook group that you can join. So feel free to click on the link, join. You'll be kept in the loop on all the videos we're going to be doing at the National, and the trade nights. There's going to be a lot of social media posts that are going to be coming in while we're there and prior as well, just for, again, full-on promotion. So yes, that is in the works. So join the Facebook group. That's one area. More importantly, I think, is we're utilizing even further is the Instagram page that we have. So here's the Instagram page. Our handle is For Collectors 4C. Again, I'll leave the link in the chat. But this is going to be outside of YouTube, and Facebook is going to be utilized, but Instagram in particular, I'd imagine we're probably going to have some shorts to show, um, post stories about our videos and such, and kind of just get the word out there as much as possible. So I will take this as well and leave that in the chat for you guys to join. So this is the Instagram page For Collectors 4C. So click on that link to follow us on Instagram, as well as the Facebook group. So again, I mentioned up here. If you haven't done so, take the opportunity, because we will be posting there while we're at the show, and also at Trade Night. I'm sure we're going to be doing some video footage like we did at Strongsville, where we're going to be going around the room and collecting as much footage as possible to kind of give you that immersive experience of almost being there, virtually being there. But nevertheless, take that opportunity and enjoy. I realized I didn't have my microphone. There we go. I had to switch my microphone, probably a little bit clearer. Let's go back to the chat. Just want to check in. So, Theo's here, kind of the brains behind the operation of the trade night. Matt says Strongsville Vintage Trade Night was incredible. I'm sure it would be even bigger in Chicago. Yeah, different scenario as far as logistics. We are, thanks to the help of Howard Chasser and Leighton, who kind of pulled some strings for us, we were able to make this experience a reality. So thank you to both Leighton and Howard for kind of putting in the word for us. And since that point, Theo has kind of been taking the point on this one. Arranging a lot of the, just the logistics of it. So, we're going to be giving out wax packs of cards. Going to have the business cards of all the sponsors involved. Cards in general. So there's going to be like little gift bags. I think there's going to be a prize wheel that Theo's working on. Obviously, the big card is going to be the 58 Mantle Aaron, the World Series batting, or the World Series foes. It's a great looking card. We were able to acquire it in a PSA 3. Our goal was to try to find the best looking card possible with great centering, and I think we definitely accomplished that. So there's an opportunity for a winner there. I'm sure there's going to be other prizes as well that are going to be coming through. We just don't have all the details yet, but as the days get closer and closer, I'm sure more will come from that, and we'll be announcing more and more to promote the event further. But yeah, this is an opportunity for everybody to come with some cards that they want to bring to trade or potentially to sell even. And I will just kind of throw a little feeler out there that So I'm doing my live stream tonight, the Chill and Chat, but I will be doing a Sunday live stream, kind of gearing up towards the national and focusing on giving people the opportunity to jump on the live stream to show what they're bringing with them for trade. So if you're going to be available to, if you're coming to trade night that Saturday and you are intending on bringing stuff to trade, I invite you to jump on the live stream to show what you're going to be bringing with you for trade, and just kind of build up some excitement for it. I think the like I said, the Strongsville trade night was, I think it exceeded expectations. I wasn't really sure logistics, like as far as we had so many tables, the way it was arranged. I wasn't sure if all the tables were going to be taken, but it was incredible to see how quickly people were setting up, coming in, setting up, and definitely people within the community, within the YouTube community, people outside the YouTube community, the Instagram world, the Twitter X world. I mean, it just kind of all came together really nicely, and everyone was really having a great time. It seemed like a lot of people came away with some really great cards. So that was truly a special night, and I think it will carry on nicely leading into the national. And yeah, Phil, you're saying the Strongsville trade night was great. It was. I don't think I was starting early. I think I said I was starting at 7. Did I say I was starting at 8? Because if I don't, I think I said 7, but I could be wrong. Good to see you, Mook. Carl Taylor, he's in. Awesome. Coming all the way from down under. So looking forward to seeing you, Carl. Every card show has the hint of in the air. Fair enough. JT O'Donnell's here. Got the book? Oh, yeah. Carl's been sending a book to a number of us. So thank you, Carl, for that. And Steve with a PH. Hey, guys, on break. Thought I would join for 15 minutes. Glad to see you here, Steven. Good. Looking forward to seeing you. Dan from Steel City is here. What's up, buddy? Aaron from Value Vintage is here. The pre-war pusher, as we like to call him. Max Jackson says, for someone who hasn't been to a trade night like this before, what are some of the logistics? How do trades go down? How does one get it out there, what they're looking for? The great questions. Logistics wise, it's it's really just a lot of communication. Again, that was mostly, the communication side of things is mostly on Theo's end, as far as like just interacting with the marketing team at the national, and just making sure that us as a group we're squared away for ourselves to make sure that we're able to get the content that we need at the time that we need it. But as far as like the trade night in particular, as far as how that goes, yeah, Theo is kind of doing a lot of that, so he'd probably be better answering this, but I'll try to sum it up if I can. And I think Theo is probably still here, so he might be able to kind of give more insight on this. But I would probably say that it's a lot of communication with the marketing team at the national, communication between the group for us, for collectors, to, again, just coming up with ideas, spitballing ideas, trying to come up with a framework for things. Obviously, the one thing that circles our mind is people are going to be hungry afterwards. So how do we work that out? But thankfully enough, because the Nationals kind of giving us the space to work with, there's probably going to be food trucks. I think there are food trucks still on site, and so there's going to be a lot of the logistics are kind of handled by the national. But as far as people coming in, we have our own structured way of giving out the packs, giving out the gift bags that we have put in place, and the prize wheel, and the prizes that we're going to be giving away. And I believe there are going to be tables set up. I don't have all the answers with that. I'm sure Theo can definitely chime in with that as far as how the arrangement's going to be set up. The way it was in Strongsville was we had kind of like an outer layer of tables, and then kind of like a central shell of tables, so people were kind of circling around. So you have the outer layers kind of wrapping around, and then you had an inner layer of tables, and it worked really smoothly. It felt like a smaller card show in a way. So let me get to the rest of your question here. How do trades go down? How does one get it out there, what they're looking for? So if you're a YouTube content creator, I mean, everyone's making these videos now, and I'm probably going to do mine at some point between now and Wednesday. But yeah, everybody just creates their videos of their want list, their desires, and what they're looking for. And I always say this all the time that the community is its best resource. We are each other's best resource. So finding a card, if it speaks to you and it's coming from another creator or another content creator or a participant or active commenter or whoever, somebody who's within the community, that's great. And I think that definitely helps. That's why I'm doing it on Sunday. I wanted to provide the platform to allow anybody to come on to the live stream to show what they're going to be bringing with them for trade night. So I think the more media there is being pushed out to understand like what people are bringing and what people want, the better deals that will happen. Adam's Card Closet. What's up, Adam? Good to have you here, buddy. Chris C says, as soon as they bring National West, I will go. Vegas, I will gladly make the trip. Yeah, I mean, at some point, not in the near future, though. It's in the next 3 years. Chicago, and they're deciding on Atlanta, Detroit, something like that. Let's see. That's a great idea for Sunday nights. And thank you, Stephen. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Jay Calais, Collector Friends, Jacob Dahl. What's up, Jacob? Now for the uneducated is nuts, ass, and feet. Thank you, Ruben. Appreciate the insight. Appreciate you clarifying. Ryan McClanahan. Hey, everyone. Better late than never. Glad to have you here, Ryan. Matt's saying, I think in Strongsville it was 90% / 10% sales trades. I think everyone was fine with that, though. I sold a few cards, which I used to buy cards from others in the room. Yeah, there were some trades. There were some trades that went down that included cash deals. Can't do this without beer. So there were some trades that went down, and it was great to see that. But you're right. A lot of it was sales, but there were some trades too. Michael Ham Fishing, Sports Card Hobbyist. There's good food inside the National Pokeball is my favorite. Did they? I guess they. I haven't looked yet. Have they released the food vendors? They must have. All right, so Theo's helping here. The National Trade Night is in a huge ballroom. They will have a vintage area section to offer vintage plus 90s. There will be tables in there and first come, first serve. All the giveaways and door prizes we have will be in the vintage section. There you go. Perfect. Maxwell Jackson says, I do not know why I was not subbed to you. Just took care of it. I've been on YouTube for a long time, but a lot of the community I had built is not around as much anymore. Yeah, I know you've been around for quite some time, man, like way back when. So I mean, things kind of evolve. That's just usually just naturally what happens. Trying to figure out the new vintage scene. Well, it's good to have you here, man. I know you've been doing this for quite some time, so it's good to kind of have you in. Some guys like to post up and put their cards out on a table, and some guys like to walk with their case. And when they see something they like, they stop at the table. Yeah, pretty spot on, man. I mean, that's what it was essentially. I'm glad that we clarified that. I think Andy's talking about what Ruben said. Hey, Dan, good to have you. If you look at the Ludex interactive map and click on anything, it tells you the vendor's name, including food. Perfect. I picked up a real beauty at Strongsville's trade night. It wouldn't be in my PC now. Yeah, I was thinking about you, Stephen. You picked up that Jackie card from Chris at his table. Chris just posted up, and he's one of the Facebook guys. He does a lot of, I don't know if he's on Instagram, but he's definitely on Facebook and the groups, and he does a lot of online sales. So, yeah, man. So let's talk a little bit. I know I talked to your earful about about the trade night, which you're going to see a lot more in the coming days. But sorry, let's take a second. Oh man, I'm talking. Let's talk about Hobbypalooza, man. It was absolutely phenomenal. I think everything went off really well. A lot of just great shows lined up, and I could tell you from my perspective, because we did Hobbypalooza last year for the first time, and this is the second year we're doing it on the For Collectors channel. We definitely, as far as viewership goes, we surpassed a lot of the viewership from last year. I would say honestly, every show at minimum had 50 people watching, and at max, I want to say probably close to 200, if not 200. So I got to say thank you guys for definitely again, supporting the channel, supporting the cause for Signatures for Soldiers. Also, kind of supporting Isaac from the Penny Sleever. It's honestly, it's a collaboration with everybody involved, and it's something we're very proud of doing each and every year. We definitely plan on anticipating on always trying to step up and kind of make the next year even better than previous year and so forth. But it really was an enriching experience, and it was great to see so much camaraderie in the chat and a lot of great interactions in the live streams that were just going back to back. Seeing the famous Petty minute, which the Petty rant, and then seeing the Tony rant, and then seeing the Adam rant and the Mike rant and it was great, man. It was really a great experience, and again, I'm just glad that everybody were able to join us for that experience. And finally, I'll mention that we definitely if you weren't on the wrap up show, if you didn't watch the wrap up show, we surpassed our goal of last year for Signatures for Soldiers, and by a wide margin. So we're looking forward to seeing Tim at the National, and I don't know if we're, I don't know if we're, I guess John or Theo or Dan can chime in on this. Are we doing the big check again, or are we not going that route? But I guess we'll see. So let's see who else. I'm just going back to the chat here. All right. For those of you on the West Coast and cannot go to the National, the West Coast Card Show at the Anaheim Convention Center is the next best thing. I hear about that too. Hey, saw Beverly Hills Cop. I know what goes down in Detroit. Have they ever had the National in the Motor City? I thought they were talking about it, so I don't know. Andy says Hobbypalooza was totally awesome. Thank you, man. Yeah, it was really a special. It's always a special occasion. Max says, do you guys have an official way to tag videos? That way, that may be a good thing for people who want to look at what is available at the trade night. Yeah, Instagram allows us to tag people. Facebook allows us to tag people. It's a little difficult, because you can only tag like individual people or individual pages. And really, once you tag people, they can share it. It gives them the capability of sharing it. So it's very, very important that the people that we're tagging share what we have. But again, let me go back to the Instagram. Let me pull that link up again. So in case anybody just joining in now, the Instagram page is posted in our chat. I will put it in again. Please, be sure to follow us on Instagram, because this will be the opportunity. We're going to be posting on YouTube, but Instagram is also going to be a platform where we'll be posting, as well as the Facebook group. Let me put the Facebook group in there as well. So the Facebook link is in there too. So make sure you follow us on Instagram and follow us on Facebook, so you're caught up with everything that's going on. I'm sure, again, over the next few days, I'm sure we're going to be adding more to the Instagram page, the Facebook page, just again, broadening out, trying to get as much content out to you as possible, prizes and such. So again, lots to look forward to. Let's see, just catching up again. I kind of lost placement in the chat, so I'm kind of getting back to where we needed to be. Dan says, Hobbypalooza was such an amazing experience. It was absolutely over the top enrichment. Jay, what's up, Jay? Good to have you here, man. I do not think as many people tuned in for me, unless you were talking about another person named Max that I missed. I got to tell you, man, the collaboration effort, man, was absolutely phenomenal with Alex. I mean, you can't go wrong, man. Absolutely cannot go wrong. It was a lot of fun, Mike. Big check seems to be in the plans. Okay, so perfect. The big check. And Theo confirmed it, like a publisher's clearinghouse. Golf check in honor of the Happy Gilmore. Yeah, man. Yeah, good call. I more meant a way for people to tag their own video so one can search for that official tag. Are you asking for like a hashtag to go by for videos? I think if we I'm trying to remember. Let me go back to it. The video that the post that I made, I did have a hashtag to use. Let me see if I can pull it up real fast, and I'll tell you. Um, let's see. Let's see. I think if that's what you mean, Max, the hashtag is this, which is for collectors trade night. Hashtag for collectors trade night. So if you tag that, if you put that in, it hasn't really taken form yet, but that to me is going to be the I think that'll be our hashtag. So if that's what you mean, I'm sorry if I'm not fully understanding what you're asking for. If that's not what you meant. Texas, I'm late. Let's run it back. You'll have to scroll back, my friend. Mike's asking, what am I looking for at the National? I have some things picked out, but I will do a video soon. Just haven't done it yet. Let's see. Okay, cool. I'm glad I was able to square that away, Max. Mike says we need to convince Sammy to allow Mel Ott into a circle of trust. You can thank Aaron for that. It might happen. Trevor, what's up, man? Hey, everyone. Hobbypalooza was awesome. Max and Jackson, I love the hour that you and Bowman53 did. I saw a lot of cards that I had not seen before. That's the purpose. You see some cool, rare, and unique beauties. But, yeah, guys. Lots of really to look forward to. Again, I'll be hosting on Sunday. Trade night, sort of like a trade night preview, I guess you can call it. I'm giving everybody the opportunity that's going to be a trade night that are bringing cards with them to jump on to show what they have. So make sure you're there for that 9 p.m. as per usual. We'll be doing a kind of a trade night preview sort of thing leading into the National, which is on Wednesday. I am arriving that Wednesday in the morning. So, yeah. I will say Theo's going to be happy about this. Our little bags came in, our big bags came in. So we're going to be putting all of the giveaway stuff in there. So that's going to be awesome. Max says, Sammy, you said max amount of viewers. That is a bad joke of mine that I make when someone says max in that context. I just pretend you're talking about me. Oh, man. But like I said, a bad joke. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, we're gonna be holding a For Collectors meeting tonight to talk about the schedule, the plans for how we're going to approach everything. So that's going to we're going to be doing that tonight, going over everything. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if you guys want to hear my 2 cents on the National as far as like what can you do to make it a good experience. I mean, I think everybody's going to be making a video talking about like tips and tricks, but I don't want to sound redundant and give you something you've already heard. But I guess like how can you make the National feel smaller? All right, Dan's saying to give the 2 cents. So, all right, first, let me give you some context. This would be my 4th National. I did the Atlantic City National first. That was 2022. Then I did the Chicago, and then Cleveland, and then this will be back to Chicago again. So, I'll put it this way. I'm like a kid in a candy shop when it comes to these. Like, I love card shows. I love card shows. I love card shows more than auctions. And I mean, auctions are great. Don't get me wrong. If you can find the card of your dreams, and usually that's where cards are found, like the super rare stuff. go after it. But there's nothing like a card show experience, especially like the National. Strongsville's still, it's incredible, vintage, but the National is kind of a sight to see. So let's talk a little bit about that. If you have a list of your cards, I think it all depends on what card it is. But let's come up with it. Let's come up with an example. Let's say you're looking for a 53 tops of Jackie Robinson. So you're looking for a 53 tops Jackie Robinson. Just remember in the back of your mind that the National is crazy big as far as tables, and there's going to be a crap ton of vintage dealers. A lot of the ones we already know, like Ash and Stan and Bill Chappell and Greg Halberg and Howard and Leighton, and the list goes on. There's just endless amounts. When it comes to a card like a 53 Jackie, you're going to want to scan the entire space. You're not going to do that in one day, obviously. I mean, I think that's to be expected, is that you're not going to do this all in one day. You're going to break this up. But my advice is, let the cards speak to you. If you find you're going to be, going from table to table and seeing the 53 Jackie at various tables, it's just inevitable. You're going to see them everywhere. But obviously, because of that, you can be more patient and you can be pickier if you want. It can happen at the first table. It can happen at the 40th table. But it's important, I think, is, when it comes to a card like that, is to, not jump the gun. I've done that before. Where I jumped the gun and I look back on it and I thought, I probably should have waited a little bit more. And because it's like you feel as though, it's like, oh, you're going table to table, and it's you want to have that experience of getting that card and have immediately, but it's bad. It's a bad way to do it. Now, on the flip side, if you're going after a card that has an insanely low pop, I take the Orlando approach on this. If you see it at a table and it has like a pop of 10, don't walk away from the table unless you're going to be going just one table over, perhaps, but not even that. Be financially responsible, but understand that you're getting that first opportunity to get that super low pop card. So don't waste that opportunity. Orlando has said it best. If this is going to be your one chance, you should definitely take it. So there's really, it's really about just, it comes down to like what the card is, how tough and rare it is, and so forth, and kind of using that as your frame of mind. Again, I can't stress this enough, but the hobby is our best resource. So for something like a 53 Jackie, chances are there's somebody who might be selling one or trading one at trade night or at the YouTube gathering. People are going to be showing off cards, and there's going to be cards that are definitely going to be for sale or for trade. So keep that in mind, because there's always been a lot of collector to collector sales at these gatherings. So keep that in mind, that there's an opportunity there to take advantage of that. If you're there multiple days, and again, the 53 Jackie as a frame of reference, take your time, because there's going to be multiple opportunities to see them. Again, a lot of vintage dealers, and I'm trying to think of other experiences that I can mention. Let me go back to the chat real fast. Just wanted to, as long as it's not about comfortable shoes, I'm actually trying to avoid that altogether. How long till the For Collectors card show? Not anytime soon. When is For Collectors going to start selling merchandise like the hat you're wearing? That's a John question, I think. Yeah, I appreciate it, Ryan. I'm guessing he meant Dan, not damn. Yeah, figure that. Tim writes, First National is wondering how people travel with large amount of cash. Securely. Keep it at you at all times. I usually carry a little bag, like a Ziploc, like not a Ziploc bag, but um, I forgot what they call them. It's just like a zipper bag. That's what I have. So, snare if rare and fair. I love that. That's gonna be the new saying, Matt. Thank you so much for that. Uh, just got here. Will you be bringing anything to sell? I can't wait for the national. I don't think so. I have. I've honestly just haven't had a chance to really think about it too much. Again, I'm doing a lot of social media stuff for the trade night, so it's been consuming my time. Plus, trying to churn out videos. I have a video that I'll be doing coming up probably Monday, maybe. So, side note, start of the week videos might be delayed a little bit for some time, maybe after the national. I apologize about that because I know some people have been really excited about seeing the start of the week again. But because of the craziness surrounding the national, I'm gonna have to put that in hold for now. But coming back to it. But anything to sell, I might. It just depends. I have to go through what I have and see what I'm ready to move. But um, I don't know. I'm leaning towards no. I'm for the trade night and the YouTube gathering. I'm looking more towards just socializing and interacting and seeing what happens, seeing what deals happen. You hide your money. You hide your money under your 38. That's one way to do it. Dan saying he'll be at the national from Tuesday to Saturday afternoon. Perfect. Sorry, Dan. I thought you. So you're not going to be. Do you mean Sunday or Saturday? Because if that means Saturday, then I guess you're saying you're not going to be at trade night. I don't know. Let me know. Just kind of catching up here. Take the cash to your bare chest if you really want the card. It will hurt less taking off. Thank you, peeps. Lefty, what's up, buddy? Howdy, guys. Good to have you here at Lefty. Got a kid. Be getting married that weekend. Have fun for me. Congratulations, man. Mitch says, when I went to my first national in Chicago from LA, I made an appointment with a branch of my bank in Chicago and got my cash that way instead of carrying it cash through security and on the plane. I never had trouble carrying cash through the plane. I keep it very secure. So I've never had any issues with that. Max saying, are you doing anything with your media pass at the show? Are there any cool unknown perks with the media pass if you have one? That's TBD, to be honest. We're still trying to figure out exactly what opportunities we have with the media pass. Certainly, we want to be able to get in early to be able to film to get the content we need because that's the best time to film and gather content. So I'm hoping that we have that capability because that's what we're known for is providing dealer interactions like we did at Strongsville, and it worked out really really well. It generated a lot of interest, and so I'm really really hoping that the people at the national recognize that and provide us the that opportunity to go into the show early and be able to get those interactions because if we're not going to have that opportunity while the show is happening. We'll be able to kind of just film the experience of walking the aisles, filming the tables, but you want to be able to have those quick interactions, those interviews with the dealers, because then it's a lot of fun. It makes it more interactive. That's the goal, is to make the experience more interactive. So that's my 2 cents on that. What's up, Boom Slang? Good to have you here, man. Mike says he's going to try to go Friday and Saturday. If I'm still kicking, I got something for you. It's a Yankee thing. Cool. I think you meant for Dan, I believe, but so yeah, okay. So Dan says Sunday afternoon. So he's here. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Mangini got a media pass. Need him to go Barbara Walters and Goof Wilson. I guess we'll find out and see. We'll see if that happens. God, is there anything else to mention? I mentioned everything about trade night, or as much as I could about trade night so far. Theo filled in some gaps. Any questions for you guys that you guys have? You know, wishing you guys the best. Thank you, Neil. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully you'll be able to view in on the videos. I'm sure, I'll be doing a video for my channel. Everyone will be doing a video for their channel. My goal is to a T206 Portrait Matheson. You picked up a great one a few years ago, but I think you sold it to someone. I upgraded. So, yeah, I have that here. Let me see if I can go. So, yeah, I originally picked up a PSA 1 that was beautifully centered, that is beautifully centered. And I decided it had a wrinkle in it, but it was very subtle. And so my goal was to, I was hanging out at a party that Brian was hosting at his place, B-Roth 6. And so he was hosting a party. He's telling me about a couple of Matheson cards he just got in, a bunch of the T206 portraits. And he showed me pictures, and I said, hey, once it comes back from grading, let me know, because I'd be interested in upgrading, if that's something you'd be interested in doing a trade plus cash kicker. And so we ultimately got the deal done. And yeah, this is the Matheson that I picked up from him through trade. I traded him the PSA 1 that I got from Bill Chappell 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. Maybe you know what, my time frame is off. It was 2 years ago. It definitely had to have been, I think. But this is the Matheson that I have now, and I picked up from B-Roth. I think, yeah. So great looking card. Mike's asking, did you get any more of your favorite beer? Unfortunately and sadly, I did not. You going, Drew? Just want to know if I need to act fast for any tough to find spawn cards. You're right, I did buy it from Bill Chappell. Hopefully some are there with good eye appeal price. You gotta, it's combination. It's a combination. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Got a card show this weekend to try to drum up a little more cash. Sweet, man. Are you setting up at the show, or are you just bringing cards to sell at them? Good luck, though. Mike says, hey, all super late to join, but made it. Glad you're here, man. I don't know how much longer I'll be on here, but I'll be on here a little bit more. So, again, if you haven't followed our Instagram page, I'm leaving the link right now in the chat. Click on it to join our Instagram page. You're going to be doing a lot of pushing and promoting on there, as well as here on YouTube. That's to be expected. And here's our Facebook page as well, to follow us on Facebook, so that you can be just aware of all the content we're going to be delivering going forward. So there's going to be a lot of things happening. Trade night footage, card show footage, or national footage, dealer interactions, hopefully, knock on wood. But more to come, essentially. And again, I mentioned this, but I'll be live Sunday, 9 p.m. back here for Collectors, for a trade night preview. I'm giving everybody who's coming to the trade night, who are watching, an opportunity to jump on with me to show what they're bringing with them to trade night. So please, by all means, jump on. Yeah. Let me see. Misfits will be going live at 8:30. We're going to discuss something. Okay, so gonna jump over to the Misfits channel at 8:30. Adam is setting up. Good luck, man. I hope it works out. Hope it works out. You get some extra cash. So it sounds like Rick is going live. So there you go. Virtual trades. I guess we'll see. Wait, are you talking about virtual trades for Sunday? No, Sunday's not virtual trades. I'm literally just giving people the opportunity to show what they're bringing with them to trade night. If a trade happens, a trade happens, but I doubt it will. All right, guys. I think I talked enough. Any other questions before I jump off? So I will. I haven't disclosed yet. Still working it out. So that's going to be coming maybe this weekend, maybe Monday. Been a little busy. What time? Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m. Jump on. I will have the link in the chat. You guys can jump in. Thanks, For Collectors, for keeping us who can't go licking our chops for when we can. Awesome. It's all good, Warren. It's all good, man. You have another chance at night. You can go to the Misfits party at 8:30 p.m. They're doing something, and then jump in at 9 p.m. on Sunday. Do that. Don't be late. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. I guess that wraps it up for now. Unless there's any more final questions, giving a window of opportunity here. Anything else? So I guess that's about it. All right, guys. Have your finger on the pulse of things. We'll be back on Sunday. Or actually, we'll be back later this week. So, sorry. We'll be back later this week. I don't know if it's been announced yet, but if it hasn't been, I'm going to keep it a secret. But we'll be back later this week for another live stream that's coming up. And then Sunday, I'll be back with you guys. So, have a great night, everybody. I will catch up with you soon. Don't forget to follow our Instagram and our Facebook page, and we'll catch you soon. See you.
Love my hobby. Keep collecting baseball cards.
But hey, we want to keep the lights on here at For Collectors Studios, so hit the like button for us, guys.
So thanks everybody for coming, and yeah, we'll see you next time on For Collectors.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Subscribe to the For Collectors channel if you haven't done so yet, and we'll see you soon.
All right, guys. Clemente Collector has said we hit a grand slam, so that makes me feel good.